Here are 50 most commonly asked interview questions, along with detailed answers, for Salesforce technical architect positions. 1. What is the role of a Salesforce technical architect? Answer: being a Salesforce technical architect involves designing scalable and high-performance Salesforce solutions. They analyze client requirements, propose solutions, oversee implementation, and ensure adherence to best practices. They serve as a bridge between business needs and technical implementation, guiding the development team to build robust solutions. 2. Describe the typical Salesforce architecture. Answer: Salesforce follows a multi-tenant architecture where multiple organizations' tenants share the same instance of the application while keeping their data isolated. The architecture comprises 4 layers: presentation layer UI, application layer logic, data layer database, and integration layer external systems. These layers interact seamlessly, enabling users to access and manipulate data securely. 3. What is the importance of governor limits in Salesforce? Answer: governor limits are essential in Salesforce to ensure the efficient use of shared resources in a multi-tenant environment. They prevent one organization from monopolizing resources and impacting the performance of others. These limits include restrictions on CPU usage, database queries, DML operations, heap size, and more. Adhering to governor limits ensures the stability and scalability of the Salesforce platform. 4. How do you approach designing a scalable Salesforce solution? Answer: designing a scalable Salesforce solution involves understanding the client's current and future needs, analyzing data volumes, and anticipating growth. Key considerations include optimizing data model design, minimizing code complexity, leveraging platform features like asynchronous processing, and implementing caching mechanisms. Additionally, adopting modular design principles and adhering to best practices ensures scalability as the organization evolves. 5. Explain the difference between declarative and programmatic customization in Salesforce. Answer: declarative SDOSIUM involves configuring Salesforce using point-and-click tools like workflow rules, process builder, and page layouts without writing code. It allows for rapid development and easy maintenance by empowering admins to make changes quickly. Programmatic customization, on the other hand, involves writing code using Apex backend and Visualforce or Lightning Components frontend to achieve complex business logic and user interface requirements. It provides more flexibility but requires development expertise. 6. What factors do you consider when deciding between using declarative versus programmatic solutions? Answer: the decision between declarative and programmatic solutions depends on factors such as complexity, maintainability, performance, and resource constraints. Declarative solutions are preferred for simple workflows, UI customization, and quick iterations, while programmatic solutions are suitable for complex business logic, performance optimization, and integrations with external systems. Striking the right balance between the two ensures efficient development and long-term sustainability. 7. How do you optimize SOQL queries for performance? Answer: optimizing SOQL queries involves several techniques, including A. Selecting only necessary fields to minimize query size. B. Using WHERE clause filters to retrieve specific records. C. Utilizing index fields to improve query performance. D. Limiting the number of records fetched using limit and offset. E. Avoiding nested queries and loops to reduce governor limit consumption. F. Using relationship queries, for example, parent-child, instead of multiple queries for related data. 8. What are some best practices for data security in Salesforce? Answer: data security in Salesforce can be enhanced through various best practices, such as A. Implementing role-based access control profiles Permission sets, roles. B. Utilizing field-level security to restrict access to sensitive data. C. Enforcing object-level and record-level security through sharing settings and criteria-based sharing rules. D. Monitoring and auditing user activities using field history tracking, setup audit trail, and event monitoring. E. Encrypting sensitive data at rest and in transit, using platform encryption and SSL, TLS. 9. How do you handle complex data migration projects in Salesforce? Answer. Handling complex data migration projects in Salesforce involves meticulous planning, execution, and validation. Key steps include: A. Analyzing source data to identify dependencies, transformations, and cleanup tasks. B. Designing data migration strategy and mapping source fields to Salesforce objects. C. Leveraging data loader tools or ETL extract, transform, load processes for data extraction, transformation, and loading. D. Performing data validation and reconciliation to ensure accuracy and completeness. E. Collaborating with stakeholders and conducting user acceptance testing UAT before final migration. 10. Explain the role of Salesforce governor limits in ensuring platform stability and performance. Answer. Salesforce governor limits are enforced to prevent resource monopolization and ensure fair usage of shared platform resources. They include limits on CPU time, database queries, DML operations, heap size, and more. By imposing these limits, Salesforce maintains platform stability, prevents performance degradation, and promotes efficient resource utilization across multiple organizations. Adhering to governor limits is crucial for building scalable and reliable Salesforce solutions. 11. What is the Lightning Component Framework, and how does it differ from Visualforce? Answer. The Lightning Component Framework is a modern UI framework for building dynamic web applications on the Salesforce platform. It uses a component-based architecture, allowing developers to create reusable, modular components that encapsulate both UI and logic. Unlike Visualforce, which relies on server-side rendering, Lightning components run on the client side, providing a more responsive and interactive user experience. Additionally, Lightning components leverage Salesforce's Lightning design system for consistent UI styling and accessibility. 12. How do you design integrations between Salesforce and external systems? Answer. Designating integrations between Salesforce and external systems involves defining integration requirements, selecting appropriate integration patterns, for example, point-to-point, middleware, API-led, and choosing integration technologies, for example, REST API, SOAP API, platform events. Key considerations include data synchronization, authentication mechanisms, for example, OAuth, JWT, error handling, and data transformation. Using tools like Salesforce Connect, MuleSoft, or custom integrations, architects ensure seamless communication and data exchange between systems. 13. What are platform events, and how do they facilitate event-driven architecture in Salesforce? Answer. Platform events are a feature of the Salesforce platform that enables event-driven architecture EDA. By allowing applications to publish and subscribe to events, events represent occurrences or state changes within the system, such as record updates, notifications, or external triggers. By decoupling event producers and consumers, platform events enable real-time communication, asynchronous processing, and loosely coupled integrations between Salesforce and external systems. 14. Explain the concept of Salesforce communities and their use cases. Answer. Salesforce communities are branded online spaces that enable organizations to connect and collaborate with customers, partners, and employees. They provide a platform for self-service support, knowledge sharing, and community engagement. Use cases for Salesforce communities include customer portals, partner portals, employee intranets, and developer forums. Communities can be customized and extended using Lightning Components, Community Builder, and community templates to meet specific business requirements. 15. How do you ensure data quality and integrity in Salesforce? Answer: ensuring data quality and integrity in Salesforce involves implementing data governance policies, validation rules, and data quality tools. Key practices include: A. Defining data standards and validation rules to enforce data accuracy and consistency. B. Implementing data validation and cleansing processes to identify and correct data anomalies. C. Utilizing duplicate management tools to prevent and merge duplicate records. D. Establishing data stewardship roles and responsibilities to oversee data quality initiatives. E. Integrating with external data sources and leveraging data enrichment services to enrich and enhance data quality. 16. Describe the benefits and use cases of Salesforce Einstein Analytics. Answer: Salesforce Einstein Analytics is an AI-powered analytics platform that enables organizations to discover insights, make data-driven decisions, and drive business outcomes. Its benefits include: A. Advanced analytics capabilities, such as predictive modeling, natural language processing, and automated insights. B. Self-service data exploration and visualization tools for business users and analysts. C. Embedded analytics within Salesforce applications for real-time insights and contextual decision-making. D. Use cases include sales forecasting, customer segmentation, marketing analytics, service performance analysis, and IoT analytics. 17. What are the considerations when designing a mobile application using Salesforce Mobile SDK? Answer: designing a mobile application using Salesforce Mobile SDK involves several considerations, including: A. Choosing the appropriate SDK iOS, Android, and development approach native, hybrid. B. Integrating with Salesforce APIs REST, SOAP for data access and synchronization. C. Implementing security features, such as OAuth authentication and mobile device management, MDM policies. D. Designing responsive UI layouts and optimizing performance for mobile devices. E. Leveraging platform features like offline caching, push notifications, and biometric authentication for enhanced user experience. 18. How do you implement data archiving and retention policies in Salesforce? Answer: implementing data archiving and retention policies in Salesforce involves defining criteria for data retention, archival, and deletion based on regulatory requirements and business needs. Key steps include: A. Identifying inactive or historical data eligible for archiving. B. Using data management tools like data archiving, big objects, or external storage solutions for long-term retention. C. Implementing data retention policies using tools like Data Lifecycle Management (DLM) to automatically delete or archive records based on predefined criteria. D. Ensuring compliance with data privacy regulations, for example, GDPR, CCPA, by securely managing sensitive data and providing data subject access controls. 19. What are the benefits of using Salesforce DX for application development and deployment? Answer: Salesforce Ed's developer experience is a set of tools and practices designed to streamline the Salesforce development lifecycle. Its benefits include: A. Source-driven development model with version control, for example, Git for code collaboration and tracking changes. B. Scratch orgs for creating disposable, customizable environments for development, testing, and automation. C. continuous integration, and continuous deployment, CI/CD pipelines for automated testing and deployment. D. Modular development with packages and dependencies for better code reuse and dependency management. E. Enhanced developer productivity and agility through CLI commands, VS Code extensions, and integrated tooling. 20. How do you design a scalable and extensible data model in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a scalable and extensible data model in Salesforce involves following best practices, such as A. Normalizing data to minimize redundancy and improve data integrity. B. Leveraging standard objects and fields whenever possible to avoid custom development. C. Using custom objects, fields, and relationships to model complex business entities and relationships. D. Designing for performance by considering data volume, query complexity, and indexing strategies. E. Planning for future growth and flexibility by anticipating changes in business requirements and data model extensions. 21. Explain the difference between declarative and programmatic sharing in Salesforce. Answer. Declarative sharing in Salesforce involves using point-and-click tools like sharing rules, manual sharing, and criteria-based sharing to grant access to records based on predefined criteria. It allows administrators to define sharing rules without writing code, making it suitable for simple sharing scenarios. Programmatic sharing, on the other hand, involves using Apex-managed sharing to programmatically grant, revoke, or query record sharing using custom logic. It provides more flexibility for complex sharing requirements, but requires development expertise. 22. What are the considerations when designing a Salesforce solution for global scalability? Answer. Designing a Salesforce solution for global scalability involves several considerations, including A. Multi-language support for UI labels, pick list values, and error messages to accommodate users in different regions. B. Multi-currency management for handling currency conversion, reporting, and forecasting across international markets. C. Time zone support for displaying date, time values in the user's local time zone, and scheduling automation jobs. D. Compliance with data residency and privacy regulations, for example, GDPR, HIPAA, by storing data in regional data centers and implementing data encryption. E. Performance optimization for users accessing the application from geographically dispersed locations by leveraging content delivery networks, CDNs, and caching mechanisms. 23. How do you design an integration strategy for migrating data from legacy systems to Salesforce? Answer. Designating an integration strategy for migrating data from legacy systems to Salesforce involves several steps, including A. Assessing the data migration requirements, including data volume, complexity, and data quality. B. Analyzing the source data structure and mapping it to Salesforce objects, fields, and relationships. C. Selecting the appropriate data migration tools and techniques. For example, data loader, ETL tools, APIs based on the migration complexity and volume. D. Developing data transformation and cleansing routines to ensure data accuracy and integrity during migration. E. Performing data validation and reconciliation to verify the completeness and correctness of migrated data. 24. What is the Salesforce App Exchange, and how does it benefit organizations? Answer. The Salesforce App Exchange, an online marketplace for third-party applications and components built on the Salesforce platform. It offers a wide range of pre-built solutions, including industry-specific apps, integration tools, productivity enhancers, and AI-powered applications. Organizations can leverage the App Exchange to extend Salesforce functionality, streamline business processes, and accelerate innovation. Benefits include access to a diverse ecosystem of partners, faster time to market, and reduce development costs compared to custom development. 25. How do you design a data migration strategy for moving data between Salesforce orgs? Answer. Designing a data migration strategy for moving data between Salesforce orgs involves several steps, including A. Analyzing the source and target org data models to identify mapping requirements. B. Extracting data from the source org using data export tools, for example, Data Loader, Data Export or APIS. C. Transforming and cleansing data as needed to align with the target org's data model and validation rules. D. Loading data into the target org using data import tools, for example, Data Loader, Data Import Wizard or APIS. E. Performing data validation and reconciliation to ensure data integrity and consistency between orgs. 26. Explain the concept of Salesforce Identity and Access Management, IAM. Answer. Salesforce Identity and Access Management, IAM, is a set of features and capabilities for managing user authentication, authorization, and identity federation across Salesforce and external systems. It includes A. Single sign-on SSO4 seamless access to multiple applications using a single set of credentials. B. Identity providers, IDPs, for integrating with external identity sources, for example, LDAP, Active Directory. C. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, for enhancing security by requiring additional verification methods. D. Identity Connect for synchronizing user identities between Salesforce and external directories. E. Identity and Access Management for communities to control access to community resources and data. 27. How do you design a Salesforce solution for compliance with industry regulations, for example, HIPAA, GDPR? Answer. Designing a Salesforce solution for compliance with industry regulations involves several steps, including A. Identifying regulatory requirements and applicable data protection laws, for example, HIPAA, GDPR. B. Implementing data encryption at rest and in transit to protect sensitive information. C. Configuring access controls, for example, profiles, permission sets, field-level security to restrict unauthorized access to sensitive data. D. Enforcing data retention and deletion policies to comply with regulatory requirements for data retention and disposal. E. Implementing audit trails and monitoring mechanisms to track user activities and changes to sensitive data. 28. What are the considerations when designing a Salesforce solution for high availability and disaster recovery? Answer. Designing a Salesforce solution for high availability and disaster recovery involves several considerations, including A. Utilizing Salesforce's multi-tenant architecture and redundant infrastructure to ensure high availability. B. Implementing data replication and backup strategies to protect against data loss and corruption. C. Configuring geographically distributed data centers and failover mechanisms to maintain service continuity during disasters. D. Testing and validating disaster recovery plans regularly to ensure readiness and effectiveness. E. Leveraging Salesforce Shield for enhanced data protection, compliance, and monitoring capabilities. 29. How do you design a solution for integrating Salesforce with external APIs and web services? Answer. Designing a solution for integrating Salesforce with external APIs and web services involves several steps, including A. Analyzing integration requirements and identifying the endpoints, methods, and data formats supported by external systems. B. Selecting the appropriate integration patterns, for example, request response, event-driven, and protocols, for example, REST, SOAP, based on the use case and compatibility with Salesforce. C. Implementing authentication mechanisms, for example, OAuth, API keys, to secure communication and establish trust between Salesforce and external systems. D. Developing integration logic using Apex classes, triggers, or external services, for example, Salesforce Connect, MuleSoft, to orchestrate data exchange and synchronization. E. Testing and validating integrations for functional correctness, performance, and error handling under various scenarios. 30. What are the considerations when designing a solution for a batch processing in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a solution for batch processing in Salesforce involves several considerations, including A. Analyzing the volume and complexity of data to be processed and selecting the appropriate batch processing technology, for example, Batch Apex, Bulk API. B. Designing batch jobs to handle large data volumes efficiently by implementing query optimization, chunking, and error handling mechanisms. C. Planning for governor limits and resource utilization to avoid hitting limits and ensure smooth execution. D. Implementing logging and monitoring mechanisms to track job progress, errors, and performance metrics. E. Leveraging asynchronous processing options, for example, Queuable Apex, Scheduled Apex, for long-running or resource-intensive tasks. 31. How would you design a solution for implementing a data warehouse or data lake architecture in Salesforce for centralized data storage and analytics? Answer. Designing a solution for a data warehouse or data lake architecture in Salesforce involves understanding data warehousing concepts, selecting appropriate data storage options like Salesforce data extensions, big objects, or external objects, designing data ingestion pipelines using ETL tools or integration middleware, configuring data modeling and schema design for analytical queries, implementing data transformation and enrichment processes, and enabling self-service analytics capabilities for business users to derive insights from centralized data sources. 32. Can you discuss the considerations for designing a solution for implementing a master data management (MDM) system in Salesforce for managing critical business entities and relationships? Answer. Designing a solution for MDM in Salesforce involves identifying master data entities such as customers, products, or employees, defining data governance policies and data stewardship processes for data quality and integrity, configuring master data models and hierarchies, implementing data deduplication and matching algorithms, ensuring data synchronization and data lineage across systems, and providing centralized data management capabilities for maintaining a single source of truth for critical business entities. 33. How do you design a solution for handling asynchronous processing in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a solution for handling asynchronous processing in Salesforce involves several considerations, including A. Identifying use cases suitable for asynchronous processing, such as long-running operations, integration tasks, or background jobs. B. Selecting the appropriate asynchronous processing option, for example, Queuable Apex, Batch Apex, future methods, based on the use case, volume of data, and performance requirements. C. Implementing error handling and retry mechanisms to handle transient failures and ensure data integrity. D. Monitoring asynchronous jobs using system logs, job status queries, and platform monitoring tools to track execution progress and performance. E. Designing for scalability and performance by optimizing code logic, minimizing governor limit consumption, and leveraging platform features like platform events for event-driven processing. 34. How do you approach designing a solution for implementing business process automation in Salesforce using workflow rules, process builder, and flow builder? Answer. Designing a solution for business process automation involves analyzing business processes and workflows, identifying automation opportunities and triggers, configuring workflow rules and process builder flows to automate repetitive tasks, and approvals, designing complex automation logic and decision criteria using Flow Builder, integrating with external systems or services for advanced automation scenarios, and optimizing automation processes for efficiency and scalability. 35. Can you explain the considerations for designing a solution for implementing document generation and e-signature workflows in Salesforce using tools like Salesforce CPQ and DocuSign? Answer: designing a solution for document generation and e-signature workflows involves understanding document generation requirements, configuring document templates and merge fields using Salesforce CPQ or Conga Composer, implementing document approval workflows and electronic signature processes using DocuSign or Adobe Sign, integrating with Salesforce data and business processes to dynamically generate documents and streamline document approval cycles, and ensuring compliance with legal and regulatory requirements for electronic signatures and document retention. 36. How would you design a solution for implementing Salesforce communities for employee collaboration and knowledge sharing within an organization? Answer: designing a solution for Salesforce communities involves defining community objectives and user personas, configuring community templates and branding options to reflect organizational branding and culture, designing custom community pages and components using Community Builder, implementing user authentication and access controls based on user roles and permissions, integrating with internal systems and content repositories for knowledge sharing and collaboration, and measuring community engagement and adoption through analytics and usage metrics. 37. Can you discuss the considerations for designing a solution for implementing mobile offline capabilities in Salesforce applications for users who work in disconnected environments? Answer: designing a solution for mobile offline capabilities involves understanding user requirements for offline access, configuring Salesforce Mobile SDK or Mobile Publisher to enable offline mode in mobile applications, designing data synchronization processes to replicate Salesforce data locally on mobile devices, implementing conflict resolution strategies to handle data conflicts and merge changes from offline and online sources, and optimizing application performance for offline usage to ensure a seamless user experience. 38. What is Salesforce Shield, and how does it enhance data security and compliance? Answer: Salesforce Shield is a set of premium security and compliance features that enhance data protection, governance, and auditing capabilities on the Salesforce platform. It includes a. Platform encryption for encrypting sensitive data at rest to protect against unauthorized access and data breaches. B. Event monitoring for tracking user activities, login attempts, and data access for compliance and auditing purposes. C. Field audit trail for retaining historical data changes and meeting regulatory requirements for data retention and audit trails. D. Compliance features for meeting industry-specific regulations and standards, for example, HIPAA, GDPR, through enhanced encryption, monitoring, and auditing controls. 39. How do you design a solution for integrating Salesforce with external databases and systems? Answer: designing a solution for integrating Salesforce with external databases and systems involves several steps, including a. Analyzing integration requirements and identifying the data sources, endpoints, and protocols supported by external systems. B. Selecting the appropriate integration patterns, for example, point-to-point, middleware, ETL, and technologies, for example, REST API, SOAP API, JDBC based on the use case, and compatibility with Salesforce. C. Implementing authentication and authorization mechanisms, for example, OAuth, API keys, VPN, to secure communication and establish trust between Salesforce and external systems. D. Designing data synchronization and transformation logic to map data between Salesforce objects and external data sources, considering data volume, complexity, and consistency requirements. E. Testing and validating integrations for functional correctness, performance, and error handling under various scenarios, including data synchronization, error recovery, and data consistency checks. 40. How do you approach designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Shield features like event monitoring, field audit trail, and platform encryption for enhancing data security and compliance? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Shield features involves identifying data security and compliance requirements, configuring event monitoring to monitor user activity and system events for security analysis and auditing, enabling field audit trail to track field history changes for compliance reporting and data governance, implementing platform encryption to encrypt sensitive data at rest and in transit to protect against unauthorized access and data breaches, and integrating with external security information and event management systems for centralized security monitoring and incident response. 41. Can you explain the considerations for designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Connect to integrate Salesforce with external data sources in real time? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Connect involves understanding integration requirements, configuring external data sources and data connections using external objects or OData, implementing data mapping and transformation logic to synchronize data between Salesforce and external systems in real time, ensuring data consistency and security through data access controls and encryption mechanisms, and optimizing query performance for accessing external data within Salesforce applications. 42. How would you design a solution for implementing Salesforce knowledge for creating and managing a centralized knowledge base for customer support and self-service? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce knowledge involves defining knowledge management processes and content governance policies, configuring knowledge article types, categories, and publishing workflows, designing custom article layouts and templates using Lightning Knowledge, implementing article approval workflows and versioning controls, integrating with case management processes for knowledge-based case resolution, and measuring knowledge usage and effectiveness through analytics and feedback mechanisms. 43. How do you design a solution for real-time event processing and notification in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a solution for real-time event processing and notification in Salesforce involves several considerations, including A. Identifying use cases suitable for real-time event processing, such as notifications, alerts, and triggers based on data changes or external events. B. Selecting the appropriate event-driven processing option, for example, Apex triggers, platform events, change data capture, based on the use case, data volume, and performance requirements. C. Implementing event handlers and subscribers to respond to events, trigger actions, or notify users in real time using notifications, emails, or mobile push notifications. D. Designing for scalability and performance by optimizing event processing logic, minimizing governor limit consumption, and leveraging platform features like event buses and event triggers for efficient event propagation and processing. E. Monitoring event processing and notification delivery using system logs, event monitoring, and platform monitoring tools to track event propagation, processing latency, and error handling. 44. What is Salesforce DX, and how does it improve the developer experience for building Salesforce applications? Answer. Salesforce's developer experience is a set of tools, practices, and APs, designed to streamline the Salesforce development lifecycle and improve the developer experience. Its key features include a source-driven development model with version control, for example, Git for tracking changes, collaboration, and code reuse. B. Scratch orgs for creating disposable, customizable environments for development, testing, and automation. C. Continuous integration and continuous deployment, CI/CD pipelines for automated testing, deployment, and release management. D. Salesforce CLI for command line development, automation, and scripting tasks. E. Enhanced developer productivity and agility through VS Code extensions, integrated debugging, and testing frameworks. 45. Can you discuss the considerations for designing a solution for implementing Salesforce order management for managing complex order fulfillment processes and inventory management? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce order management involves understanding order management requirements, configuring order objects and fulfillment processes using Salesforce order management, integrating with external systems for inventory management and order fulfillment, implementing order orchestration and workflow automation to streamline order processing and fulfillment cycles, and providing real-time visibility into order status and inventory availability through reporting and dashboards. 46. How do you approach designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Einstein Voice for enabling voice-driven interactions and automation within Salesforce applications? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Einstein Voice involves configuring voice recognition and natural language processing (NLP) capabilities using Einstein Voice Assistant, designing voice-enabled user interfaces and workflows using voice actions, integrating with Salesforce data and business processes to enable voice-driven interactions and automation, ensuring accessibility and usability for users with diverse communication preferences, and measuring user adoption and satisfaction with voice-enabled features through feedback and analytics. 47. How do you design a solution for a data synchronization and replication between Salesforce and external systems? Answer. Designing a solution for data synchronization and replication between Salesforce and external systems involves several steps, including a. Analyzing integration requirements and identifying the data sources, endpoints, and protocols supported by external systems. B. Selecting the appropriate synchronization pattern, for example, bidirectional, unidirectional, hub and spoke, and technologies, for example, REST API, SOAP API, ETL based on the use case, data volume, and consistency requirements. C. Implementing data synchronization logic to map data between Salesforce objects and external data sources, considering data transformation, conflict resolution, and error handling. D. Designing for scalability and performance by optimizing synchronization logic, minimizing data latency, and leveraging platform features like change tracking and CDC change data capture for efficient data replication. E. Testing and validating data synchronization for data integrity, consistency, and performance under various scenarios, including data conflict resolution, error recovery, and data consistency checks. 48. How do you design a solution for managing complex business processes in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a solution for managing complex business processes in Salesforce involves several considerations, including a. Analyzing business requirements and identifying process automation opportunities, such as workflows, approvals, and orchestrations. B. Selecting the appropriate automation tools, for example, Process Builder, Flow, Apex, based on the complexity, scalability, and extensibility requirements. C. Designing process flows and decision logic to automate repetitive tasks, enforce business rules, and streamline operations. D. Integrating with external systems and APIs to extend process automation beyond Salesforce and orchestrate end-to-end business processes. E. Testing and validating process automation for functional correctness, performance, and error handling under various scenarios, including data validation, exception handling, and user interactions. 49. Can you discuss the considerations for designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Lightning Web Components for building custom user interfaces and interactive web applications? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Lightning Web Components involves understanding component-based architecture and web development best practices, designing reusable and modular components using Lightning Web Components framework, implementing dynamic data binding and event handling for interactive user experiences, integrating with Salesforce data and Apex controllers for data manipulation and business logic, optimizing performance and accessibility for diverse user devices and screen sizes, and ensuring compatibility with future platform upgrades and enhancements. 50. How would you design a solution for implementing Salesforce data privacy and compliance features like data masking, data subject rights, and data retention policies for ensuring compliance with data privacy regulations like GDPR or CCPA? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce data privacy and compliance involves understanding data privacy regulations and compliance requirements, configuring data masking to obfuscate sensitive data in sandbox environments or non-production instances, implementing data subject rights features to enable users to access, rectify, or delete their personal data, configuring data retention policies to enforce data retention and deletion rules, conducting regular data privacy assessments and audits to ensure compliance with regulatory requirements and internal policies. 51. Can you explain the considerations for designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Lightning Platform events for enabling event-driven integration and automation between Salesforce and external systems? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Lightning Platform events involves defining event schemas and payloads, configuring custom event channels and subscriptions using Lightning Platform events, integrating with external systems or services to publish and consume events using platform-supported protocols like Committed or WebSocket, implementing event-driven workflows and automation triggers based on specific event types or criteria, and monitoring event processing and propagation for reliability and scalability. 52. How do you design a solution for managing customer data and relationships in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a solution for managing customer data and relationships in Salesforce involves several considerations, including A. Analyzing customer data requirements and identifying data models, relationships, and dependencies. B. Designing custom objects, fields, and relationships to model customer entities, interactions, and preferences. C. Configuring sharing settings, access controls, and permissions to protect sensitive customer data and ensure compliance with privacy regulations. D. Implementing data quality and governance measures to enforce data standards, validation rules, and deduplication strategies. E. Integrating with external systems and APIs to enrich customer data, synchronize customer interactions, and provide a unified view of customer relationships across channels. 53. How do you design a solution for managing product data and catalogs in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a solution for managing product data and catalogs in Salesforce involves several considerations, including A. Analyzing product data requirements and identifying data models, attributes, and relationships. B. Designing custom objects, fields, and relationships to model product entities, variations, and configurations. C. Implementing data validation rules, workflows, and approvals to enforce data integrity and consistency across product catalogs. D. Integrating with external systems and APIs to synchronize product data, pricing, and inventory levels in real time. E. Configuring search filters, faceted navigation, and recommendation engines to enhance product discovery and shopping experiences for customers. 54. How do you design a solution for managing sales pipelines and forecasting in Salesforce? Answer. Designing a solution for managing sales pipelines and forecasting in Salesforce involves several considerations, including A. Analyzing sales process requirements and identifying stages, milestones, and key performance indicators (KPIs). B. Designing custom objects, fields, and relationships to model sales opportunities, forecasts, and quotas. C. Configuring sales processes, automation rules, and validation criteria to enforce best practices and streamline sales workflows. D. Integrating with external systems and APIs to synchronize sales data, customer interactions, and pipeline metrics. E. Implementing reporting dashboards, charts, and analytics tools to track sales performance, pipeline health, and revenue forecasts in real time. 55. How do you approach designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Service Cloud for delivering personalized and efficient customer service experiences across multiple channels like phone, email, chat, and social media? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Service Cloud involves understanding customer service requirements and omnichannel engagement preferences, configuring case management processes and routing rules for efficient case assignment and resolution, designing personalized customer experiences using knowledge base articles, macros, and Einstein bots for self-service and automation, integrating with communication channels like Salesforce Omnichannel, Live Agent, or Social Studio for multi-channel support, and measuring service performance and customer satisfaction through service level agreements (SLAs) and customer feedback metrics. 56. Can you discuss the considerations for designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Financial Services Cloud for managing client relationships and financial services offerings within a financial institution? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Financial Services Cloud involves understanding industry-specific requirements and regulatory compliance standards for financial services institutions, configuring client profiles and relationship hierarchies for managing client relationships and household data, designing custom objects and workflows for managing financial products and services offerings, integrating with external financial systems for account aggregation and data enrichment, and providing personalized financial advice and insights through analytics and AI-driven recommendations. 57. How would you design a solution for implementing Salesforce Health Cloud for managing patient relationships and healthcare services delivery within a healthcare organization? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Health Cloud involves understanding healthcare industry regulations and compliance requirements like HIPAA, configuring patient profiles and care plans for managing patient relationships and health records, designing custom objects and workflows for care coordination and treatment planning, integrating with electronic health record (EHR) systems for interoperability and data exchange, and providing personalized patient care experiences through telemedicine, patient portals, and mobile applications. 58. Can you explain the considerations for designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Nonprofit Cloud for managing donor relationships, fundraising campaigns, and program delivery within a nonprofit organization? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce nonprofit cloud involves understanding nonprofit sector requirements and fundraising best practices, configuring donor profiles and donation management processes. For managing donor relationships and contributions, designing custom objects and workflows. For tracking fundraising campaigns and program impact, integrating with payment gateways. And marketing automation platforms for donor engagement and outreach. And providing transparent reporting and accountability through program performance metrics and impact measurement. 59. How do you approach designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Manufacturing Cloud for managing sales agreements, forecasting demand, and tracking production performance within a manufacturing company? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Manufacturing Cloud involves understanding manufacturing industry processes and supply chain management requirements, configuring sales agreements and demand forecasting processes for managing customer contracts and sales pipelines, designing custom objects and workflows for tracking production orders and inventory management, integrating with enterprise resource planning (EP) systems for real-time production scheduling and materials planning, and providing actionable insights and analytics for production performance optimization and supply chain efficiency. 60. Can you discuss the considerations for designing a solution for implementing Salesforce Education Cloud for managing student relationships, enrollment processes, and academic programs within an educational institution? Answer. Designing a solution for Salesforce Education Cloud involves understanding educational sector requirements and student lifecycle management processes, configuring student profiles and enrollment workflows for managing student relationships and admissions processes, designing custom objects and workflows for academic program management and course scheduling, integrating with learning management systems, LMS, and student information systems, SIS, for curriculum delivery and academic record keeping, and providing personalized learning experiences and support services through student portals and academic advising tools. The above 60 questions and answers cover various aspects of Salesforce technical architect interviews, including architecture design, integration strategies, data management, security, compliance, and development best practices. These questions delve into topics such as Salesforce customization, data migration, integration patterns, platform features, and scalability considerations. Overall, they highlight the comprehensive skill set and expertise required for Salesforce technical architects to design, implement, and optimize complex solutions on the Salesforce platform.
For more exciting tips, tricks, and more importantly, for valuable insights of interviews, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. It has a lot of valuable information about various insights of interviews. It has a wide range of real-world portfolio projects of various technologies for interviews, and it has wide range of most asked interview questions and answers of various technologies like data science, SAP, AWS, DevOps, and full-stack web development, and more that will be useful during interviews. It has a wide range of most asked interview questions and answers and real-world portfolio projects of various technologies for freshers, for 2 to 3 years, experienced candidates, and for 5 or above years, experienced candidates to test their skills by knowing most asked interview questions and make themselves ready for interviews.